What's up, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris, and I've got my basket of what I've warmed this week, and we're going to go through it. I had a decent week, not too bad. I finished up the Scentsy Harvest collection, so we'll talk about that, as well as the scent of the month for September, Frights and Delights, I believe it's called, yes. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on that and everything else I've warmed, stick around and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's start with off with the Scentsy first. I do have one off bar that I did warm, and that is aloe water and cucumber. And aloe water cucumber is aloe water, cucumber peel, palm frond, and pineapple nectar. Oh, there you go. I've always liked this one. This was one of the first scents that I've purchased from Scentsy when I first started buying Scentsy. It's just, I've always liked this for my bathroom. It reminds me very much of Cucumber Melon from Bath and Body Works. It's watery, green, but it's got that nice sweetness to it from the pineapple, although you don't smell pineapple per se. It's just like cucumber water with a sweetness to it. It's lovely. The green note. Yeah. So I like this one very much. It is in my club just for safekeeping. I never ship it with the club, but because it's usually in the catalog. It's a nice bathroom set. It's refreshing year round. It's not something I would warm in my open living area like year round, but I would do that in my living area, in addition to the bathroom, but I don't. Then we've got, let's move on to, where is my note on this one? Give me a second here. The scent of the month for September. All right, and that is a Frights and Delights. Frights and Delights is caramel woods, golden rum, and maple syrup. And it's in the spice category. I liked it. It was good. It was like a very super sweet, syrupy cinnamon. That's what I got from it. Very much, that's probably the caramel. But they're saying caramel woods, golden rum. I just got like a syrupy cinnamon. It was very good. For me, it was nothing like unique and wow. I love it. I liked it. It was great. But yeah, so if you like syrupy and sweet cinnamon, bakery cinnamon, that would be something you might want to look into. I suppose you can mix it with something to give it a little more bakery to it. But I'm not much for mixing. I want it all in one. I don't want to be like, oh, let me try it with that. That's just not me. And I'm not very good at it anyway. But Frights and Delights, a very syrupy, cinnamon, sweet smell. Didn't hate it at all. It was good. So, all right. Let's talk about the rest of the Harvest collection. I did the last three this week. And that was Harvest Apple Dreams. Apple Harvest Dreams is a fantasy of forest apple nestled among falling leaves and autumn spice. This is really nice. I did it in my bedroom, which is a good melting room for me. So I did get a good read on it. It is, to my nose, it was very apple forward. I love apples, so that wasn't an issue. There was a essence of that outdoorsiness there. So not only are you getting the apple, you did get that leaves note because you did feel like you were outdoors. And there was a subtle spice there. However, the apple to me it was stronger. So I'm curious. I don't know if, unless I missed it, because I know Steph from Steph Loves Life has been doing shorts on all the scents. I don't recall seeing this one, but I want to check with her because to me, I don't think she would like this. I think this would pull too much apple for her. I could be wrong, but this was, yeah, it was very apple heavy. So if you don't really like apple, the prominent note here is apple, and those leaves and a little spice was in the background. It was great. For me, like I said, I love apple, so I went with it. Good performer. It lasted a while. Then we've got pumpkin honey spice. Pumpkin honey spice is vanilla honey poured over rich pumpkin with a pinch of cinnamon spice. This was really nice. I did enjoy this. And that whenever I do that, it does something to the lighting. This was nice. It was a very creamy pumpkin. The spice was beautiful in here. It wasn't overly done. It let that pumpkin note shine through. I'm guessing the vanilla honey is probably giving the creaminess to it. There was almost a butteriness too. This was really nice. I enjoyed this one. Very fall forward. Yeah. So if you're a pumpkin lover, this was a nice one. Then we had cider cinnamon. Oh my God. Cider crimson berries. Cider crimson berries is pomegranate and ripe strawberry mulled with clove and tonka bean. Didn't hate this at all. This to me smelled like a fall fruit punch. I said that when I had my cold sniff. I said it had kind of like a fall punchy smell. Not that it's a bad thing. It was just, to me, it was a little too fruit forward. So that's all I'm getting, really. I'm getting that strawberry pomegranate juice. It's like juice with some spices in it. So yeah, I think a mulled apple cider, except it's with strawberry and pomegranate. So yeah, this was very fruit punch for me. Strong throw. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just not my type of scent. I thought this was very, very good. If this is your vibe and this is your jam, you like those fruity, punchy scents, this was really good. All right, that's all for Scentsy. So we're gonna move on to the vendor wax that I warmed. I'm gonna save my largest vendor for last, so we'll talk about that last. Let me just close my iPad up here. It's distracting me. All right, let's start with Sassy Girl. So I went through a brittle of Night on the Beach. Love Night on the Beach. I'm almost through all my 2023 brittles that I have from Sassy Girl, which makes me happy. This is a warm blend of toasted marshmallows, sea salt breeze, and s'mores. Again, this is her version of Beach Nights from Bath and Body Works. One of my favorites from her. It's just sweet marshmallows. You get a little bit of that salty air, and I don't get a smoky note per se, but there's something about it that does give off that cooked marshmallow. This is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's fluffy and creamy and sweet and pretty and feminine and soft. And yeah, you can never go wrong with Night on the Beach if you like those type of scents, because Sassy Girl has a beautiful, beautiful Beach Nights blend, and that's Night on the Beach. Then I did again this week, because I think I did this last week as well, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and grab it again because I liked it so much, and that is Gaze into the Night. This is a feminine, alluring blend of dark berries, midnight jasmine, and rich amber. This is just so unique and pretty. Now, in fact, I'm warming it today in my bedroom, in my bathroom as well. It is, I was folding some clothes, and as I was in there folding the clothes, I was just trying to think, what does this smell like? What does this remind me of? Almost like a beautiful, at the end, the finish on the scent, I almost picked up a grapey wine note. So that's a little bit musky and perfumey, a little incensey. It's really pretty. It's just a pretty scent. I like this very, very much. Oh, it reminds me, so it's a cross between of like a wine, like a sweet grapey wine. That's what this reminds me of. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Ever so slight touch of a perfume note in there. This one's a good one, you guys. This one's good. A lot of depth to it and dimension and body. It's got a lot of body. Okay, then from the Pharmacist's Daughter. I don't have much left of the Pharmacist's Daughter, and I thought, you know what? Well, what I do have, I should start melting it so I can complete it and get rid of it, and then in the future, maybe purchase a few things more from her. And this is Cinnamon Zucchini Cake. This is a cinnamon sugared donuts, zucchini bread, cream cheese frosting, mac apple, and vanilla. You know what? I really enjoyed this one. I did. This was just, so it was a sweet bready scent. So you got that bakery bread, which is the zucchini bread. And it doesn't come off like the corn chip zucchini bread. That it wasn't like that. It was just more hearty bread note. Sweet, hearty bread. The apple was subtle. Ooh. As was the cinnamon. I probably got, sorry, isn't want wax on my nose. Subtle wax, oh God. Subtle cinnamon note, subtle apple. It was just a really sweet bread. And I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this one very much. I'll make a note of that in case I see it again in the future. Because like I said, I want to finish melting what I have from her because I don't have much left. And I thought, you know what? Why not clear a vendor out? Not that I won't purchase from her again. I will. But let me finish what I have. Let's move on to Teddy Bees. I warmed 3 things from Teddy Bees. First one is Sundresses and Lemonade. Whoa. I did this in my bedroom and my bathroom. This was a souffle. And it looks like I got enough for another melt. This is Fresh Ozone and Air, Roses, Jasmine, Lavender, Vanilla, Vanilla, melon, and sugared lemon with a fizzy twist. Now, all right, I got the fizzy twist on cold. On warm, I liked it. I did. I would probably say I would order a souffle of this again if I saw it offered and I was going to be making a purchase. It was a nice palate cleanser. It was very fresh, very lemon heavy, but yet the mixture of that lavender and ozone kind of elevated it to like a fresh, clean, airy lemon scent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one very much. Yeah, this one was good. Like I said, would I buy a loaf for a tub? No. But I'm glad I had the souffle. As you could see, I have enough left to melt more. So this would actually either do 2 more times in my bathroom or 2 more times in my bedroom or my bedroom bath again. I don't think I'd put this in my bedroom again. I think the only reason I put it in my bedroom was I thought if I can't smell it in the bathroom, then I'm at a loss, right? Because this is more of bathroom for me, maybe kitchen. It's not really my type of bedroom scent, but I knew if I put it in my bedroom, I would at least be able to get a good read on it. Whereas my bathroom's always touch and go. I never know. This worked in my bathroom. So I will melt this again in the bathroom. Oh, here was a tough one. The Bear and the Maiden Fair. Not gonna lie, I had to take this out of my warmers. This is warm cupcakes, vanilla bourbon buttercream, a drizzle of honey, cream cheese, Palo Santo, and fire roasted marshmallows. I hated this. This was for me, it was awful. It was awful. It was just nasty. This was started throwing instantly. It was in this room here. I had it warming for probably an hour, and I'm like, I'm not sitting in here with the smell. It stunk. To me, it stunk. I don't know. Maybe it was the honey in here. I don't know, even though it's just as a drizzle. Maybe it was the cream cheese and the Palo mixing together that I didn't like. I don't know. I'm trying to even think what it was. I should have wrote down. I forgot to write down what this one was. What it was that I just didn't like it. It was sour. It was funky. Almost like feet. Yeah, this was bad. Took that one out. Okay, let's talk about this one. Oh, honeybee. Oh, honeybee. Sweet sugar cookies, honey nectar, sweet vanilla, and beach treats. Okay, so I melted this, and this was a loaf that I finished. I have 2 loaves on deck. Yeah, I can't tell you what this scent does for me. I walk in the room and I'm just like, oh, it's one of those where you're like, kind of like, oh, you just want to bathe in it, right? You just want to take all that smell in. And I can kick myself. Had I melted this before the RTS, I would have went in and bought more. Because when she had it in the pre-order, I thought, no, I got 2 loaves. I'm good. I got 2 loaves. After melting it, I thought, but I like to let Teddy B sit. So the 2 loaves I have will be melted, are good for next year. Well, actually, they're ready to be melted now. I should have bought 2 more loaves, and I didn't. I'm just devastated that I was just so stupid that okay, honeybee. It is sweet. The sugar cookie in here is so prominent and good. It's just sweet. And I picture that sugar cookie and you go like this. And it's one of those soft sugar cookies, the big ones with the sugar sprinkles on it. And it's buttery. It's like a buttery sugar cookie. The beach treats, that just adds to it. It just gives even more creaminess and gooey and but the honey in here, this almost gave like, it comes off like a nutty note. It was just, it's like sandwiched in between that sugar cookies and beach treats. My house smelled beautiful. It was just so pretty and just, oh, I love honeybee. I love this, love this, love this. Big mistake on my part not grabbing this. Why? I could have just went and easily purchased 2 little loaves and called it a day. It's nutty, creamy, bakery like. fluffy clouds, and it's just so pretty. It makes you feel like beachy vibes, not oceanic beachy vibes, beachy like lots of suntan lotions. You know, those back in the day they had those pretty suntan lotions and that were sweet and creamy and yummy. And I no words. Honeybee, you guys, I hope the ones who did go in and the Teddy Bees pre-order and the RTS, I hope you picked Honeybee up. It's so worth it. I love this. Oh, okay. Second and Spruce. Okay. Melted Spring Break. Spring Break is sea salt breeze, coconut water, beechwood, and hints of beach florals. I melted this because Martha was talking about, I think it was Martha. Somebody mentioned Spring Break. Were they going through a melting basket? Maybe, I don't remember. But I thought, oh, that's a pretty one. I've got that. I think I'm going to pull it. I'm going to melt that. And I did. I never melted it before, but I knew I had it. I didn't care for it on warm. This gave me very cleaner vibes. Not laundry, like cleaner, household cleaners. I'm thinking like a mixture of Lysol, lemon cleaner, like that one. Pledge, maybe that too. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I didn't care for it, but you know, I liked it on cold. I didn't pick up beach florals. I think maybe it was just the sea salt breeze. It was, yeah, this wasn't for me. Anybody else? Spring break, try this one and melt it and get like cleaning vibes. Not that it's a bad thing, you know, the house smelled clean. But I don't generally, I like, yeah. Okay, and this one here I am melting today, and that is Salty When Wet. And this one is Fresh Rain, Salty Sea Air, and Fresh Berries. Now that I've melted both of these with Salty Sea Air, I think it's her Salty Sea Air for me that is pulling that cleaner vibe. I'm getting the same vibe with this one. I'm not crazy about it. So I think going forward, I'm going to be very careful with melts that have Salty Sea Air in it. And I'm a sucker. I always purchase when I see Salty Sea Air in a blend. I'm like, oh, I gotta try that one because I love that oil, that scent. This one here too gives me a cleaner vibe. So I'm going to deduce that it's the Salty Sea Air because I got the same vibe from Spring Break, I think it was called. Yeah. So you can smell the berries in it. So like the Spring Break, I got like lemon. This one is giving me like a berry scented household cleaner. Again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not my vibe. Okay. Then I melted a lot of Swanky. Why did I melt a lot of Swanky? Because Swanky has finally opened back up after she's moved. And she had a pre-order. I did not order. And I'll tell you what, it was tough. I really had to restrain myself from going in because that list was on fire. It was on fire. She had so many blends on there that I was like, oh my God. I said, no. And I told myself, I says, you have a lot of Swanky. You don't need to add more to it because for whatever reason, I love Swanky. She's one of my favorites. She's in my top 5 vendors. But I don't seem to be pulling her wax. And I don't know why. So knowing that that pre-order was done, I thought, start melting some of your swanky wax so you can get that supply, that vendor collection there down to a reasonable amount so that when she does have another pre-order, you could purchase a few things. Because even though that list was on fire, I could have, if let's say I didn't have so much of swanky wax, I could have probably limited myself to 5 cents. I think I could have done it, but I held back, and I'm pretty damn proud of myself too. So let's talk about what I did melt. We're going to start with this one first, because this one was a huge letdown. It was bad. And again, I took it out of my warmer. And that is Wild Berry Mousse Cream Cake. Ooh. This was sour milk to the 10th degree. This was just bad. I don't know if I let it sit too long. I don't know. All I got was sour milk. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. And I'm hoping it maybe just something happened with the wild berry and the cream cake mixed together, because she has other cream cake blends that I absolutely love, like espresso cream cake. I may pull that and melt it, and then I'll know if it turned, because I've melted that many times before and I've never gotten a sour note. This one was bad. I had to take it out of my warmers. I will not warm this again. Yeah, this is done. So I took that out and I warmed, because I've warmed this before and I know it's a good one. Key lime cupcakes. This one's great. It just smells like yummy key lime cake. Oh yeah, beautiful. Good throw on it. Filled the room. Went out, because I warmed it in here. That's why went out into my, drifted out of this room into the rest of the rooms, just ever so slightly, not so much that it interfered with the other scents. It's just creamy, yummy key lime cake. Yeah, and it's not a super harsh key. It was sweet and creamy. Beautiful. I love key lime. Key lime is a perfect bakery for the summer, because it is light and refreshing. It's not heavy like, some of, our other bakery scents could be. Love that one. Then I melted one of my favorites, White Tea Hotel. This is a fantastic scent. I will always like this from her. This is just a beautiful white tea scent. I don't know if there's anything else in it. I do believe there is something else here. I don't know what other scent notes, but I'm picking up a, it almost has like a powdery dry down on it. Powdery finish. So I don't know if there might be a soft floral here. I'm not sure. Possibly. But you got that beautiful white tea note. Again, white tea is a florally scent. It's very crisp and fresh and clean and beautiful. I just, as far as a tea note, it's a very slight tea note. It's not you wouldn't say that's tea. It's not like that. It's more of like an essence of tea. I love white tea. So that's White Tea Hotel. Now, some of these are like, I took part in her, she does every year, she does maybe a couple times a year, maybe. She does these mystery sample bags, samples, and mystery wax. I don't know, but it's more than a sample. It's just, I don't even think they're called samples, because you get a lot. Like, there was a ton in here. she'll categorize them like, bakery, fruit, outdoors, nature, whatever. And so I went crazy and I bought a bunch of them. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I think from now on I'm going to stay away from the mystery samplers. Not that they're bad, but sometimes you can have too much, and then there may be many things in there that you don't like that you're stuck with. So one thing, if you buy one sampler, I think I bought 5 different ones. So, but White Tea Hotel was in one of them, and I was happy with that. I think I have a loaf of it too somewhere. And another one here, sweet potato marshmallow brown sugar. This here, oh my goodness. I got it warming in here now. This is good. Oh, so what I'm getting with this is the sweet potato is pulling pumpkin to me. And you get like a pumpkin, buttery, sweet. It's just good. Sweet, creamy, gooey. It's pretty. Now, what I will say, and I'm going to say it about some other ones here, I find with the bakery for Swanky, it does not last very long. Okay. This one here, I would pick up the dish and smell it, but that's a hot plate dish I got there, and I can't hold it. It's too hot. Yeah, I'm not going to get up and... It fades out quick. Comes out of the gate, very strong, fills the room, smells amazing. I'm going to give it like 4 hours, and then it pretty much starts to just rapidly go down. So if you're the type of person, for me, in this room, if I put my wax in at the beginning of the day at 7 a.m., which I usually don't because I'm busy getting set up here and whatever for work. But if I did, I could easily change the wax out. It's just 3 warmers, boom, boom, put in a new wax. So yeah, for me, the longevity I'm finding is not there with the bakery scents. But this one here, if you see it, this sweet potato, marshmallow, what did I say? Marshmallow brown sugar. It's fantastic. It's just a buttery pumpkin. Oh, good. Okay, then this one I did mix because I've melted it before and I finished it, and it's peaches and cream. And I remember when I melted this before, I said, this is really good. Swanky does peach very well. There's no funkiness to it, no cat pee. Some people pick up cat pee. I pick up more of that weird note you get from canned peaches. But she does a really good peach scent. And when I did this one the last time, I remember I said, I wish there was a little more cream. Because I'm not a big fruit person unless it's mixed. And I thought, I think I'd really enjoy this if it had more cream. And then I remembered my friend April Lee had sent me this from Harper James, sweet and creamy. And I thought, there you go. So what I did was I blended the two together. In the same warmer, I put the peaches and cream and the sweet and creamy with it. And basically that's what this is. This is just a really sweet, almost like a milky, creamy scent. This did the trick. It made this become what for me, would be happy with. That, just that creamy peaches. Like, think, not so much dreamsicle or creamsicle. More like peaches and milk. And the reason I say that is, and I know I've told this story before, my father, after dinner, would always have, he loved his red wine, burgundy wine. And after dinner, he'd have his wine, and this is mainly in the summer. Whatever fruit we had on hand, whether it be cantaloupe, honeydew, peaches, nectarines, he'd cut it and he'd put it into his wine glass, and he'd eat the fruit out of the wine and then drink the wine. Okay. As I got older, I was allowed to have it too. I didn't get to drink the wine, but I got to eat the fruit. Anyway, but when I was younger, put in a glass of milk, cut the peaches up, and that's what it gave me, that vibe of peaches sitting in the milk. So very good. Then I did Penelope's Powder Room. Penelope's Powder Room. Again, I don't have scent notes. I should have looked them up on the website, but that's a bit of a hassle. You're going to kind of like search for it on the Facebook group. Very pretty. This is exactly what it sounds like it would smell like. Okay, like Penelope's Powder Room. It's very powdery, floral, pretty. It's just pretty. I don't know what the flower is. I'm going to say it's not rose because I'm not picking up rose. If it is rose, then I'm shocked because I do like it. This was just a pretty flowery, powdery scent. And it was actually very beautiful in the bathroom. Now, as far as performance, it got more longevity. The peaches and cream was the same thing. It faded out, but this kept going. Then, because we were talking about this, and it was on her pre-order list, and I thought, you know what? I got a loaf, and I'm going to melt it because it's good. Buttery toasted jam. This is so good. Oh my God. I don't know if it's strawberry or raspberry jam. I'm not sure. But you get that. I don't know. Did you ever, like, we would have Italian toast in the house and we put butter on it, and sometimes we put jelly on it and you mix it. Oh my God. This is delicious. I would almost say there might even be a little sugar cookie in here, just a little bit. Because it's so sweet and yummy, and buttery toast and jam. Highly recommend. Again, for me. And these were in my, well, I do have a hot plate warmer in here. Or, I don't know, they call it a hot plate warmer? I don't know what they call them. Julienne warmer. Was about 4 hours. But during that 4 hours, I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. It was like, you know, drunk on a scent. It's one of those where you're just like, oh, you know, you could just, the air, it's just like, you just want to like take it all in. It's so good. So good. Buttery toast and jam. Another good one. You guys, this came in one of her samplers. And when those bags come in, those mystery bags, the creations inside are gorgeous. I mean, look at this. This was a tile. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, they're beautiful. They're stunning. Anyway, this is, and if you see this on her list, this comes strongly recommended by me. Warm Vanilla Woods. Guys, this is so good. so good. In my bedroom, it is just soft and beautiful vanilla with this. It's warm, it's cozy, it's creamy, it's sensual, it's everything. This is just so freaking beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I will be looking for this in the future because this is incredible. Oh my gosh. Again, it's just, I don't know if I smell woodsy note in here or anything woods. It's just, it's just the most beautiful vanilla. It's perfumey and pretty and so feminine and just warm and cozy. There's nothing, it's very warm. I look for this one. Okay. Keep your eye out for Warm Vanilla Woods. Stunning. All right. Look at that. I did it 40 minutes and I'm done. Okay. That's what I warmed last week. Pretty much back on track here. And yeah. So tell me, have you warmed any of these? What were your thoughts? What about the Scentsy collections? The 10 new bars and the Harvest. Anybody got any, favorites there? Did you take part in the Swanky pre-order? It was a good one, you guys. It was good. It was so hard not to go in, but I behaved. And I'm going to work on melting some more of her stuff so that when she does come around again, I could take part. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time you take out of your day, your lives, busy schedule when you watch a video I've uploaded. Means a lot to me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Helps my channel grow. And you all have a great day, great week, great night, weekend, whenever you happen to be watching, and we will chat again real soon. Bye-bye.